It's a funhouse arcade made of cardboard boxes. 9-year-old Caine Monroy built it in his dad's auto parts store at a junkyard in East LA.
All right, what'd you guys come here to do?
We came to play!
Welcome to Caine's Arcade.
How long did it take you to put together?
It took me about a week.
What are you going to do next? Is there a plan to do something else?
Well, just last night, the second one came out in the App Store. It's kind of like a season's version, and that's on the App Store now for 79 cents.
Brilliant stuff. You got a lot of money?
I hope so.
And it was so inspiring. You know, like, I think we thought through this thinking that it's going to be really inspiring. We're going to learn a lot. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I had so much fun. I left inspired. And so I hope today when you guys get to meet them, you get just as inspired as I was. Because, you know, when we're born, we're all creative. We're born creative. We have imaginary friends. We're bold. We're fearless in the decisions that we make. And then as we grow up, something happens, right? All of a sudden, we start filtering our ideas. We stop committing to things. We stop being brave. And my hope is that when we meet these guys today, we get a little bit of that back, that we be fearless, that we be creative, that we be imaginative. So with that said, I've got 3 kids with me today. The first one is the youngest app developer in Europe. The other one, a couple months ago, turned cardboard, just kind of inspired the entire world with a cardboard arcade. I mean, this video went viral. It's got over 5 million views. And then the last is a young author, and she's the youngest speaker at TED, which is amazing. So Jordan, you live in Ireland, right?
Yeah.
And you're the youngest developer in Europe.
Yeah.
By a lot, or how is that?
It's just a couple of months, actually.
Oh, you just got in there.
Yeah.
And then Bryant, you work at J&J.
I do.
You're senior brand manager there.
Yep.
So Jordan, like, how old are you?
I'm 12.
And then how did you get into gaming?
Well, I've been playing games since I was like 4 when I got my PlayStation. And then when I was 9, I started like programming and then like just websites. And then when I finished my website, I said I could like do better projects. And then I said maybe like start games. And that's how
Yeah.
He loves tickets, playing games. He loves to see how things are built. He takes all his toys apart to see how they work. You can't put them back together, but he takes them apart.
My dad has a lot of boxes back there to ship parts out, so I cut them up and make my arcade games out of it. My first game I made, the basketball hoop I got at Shakey's Pizza. My next game I built was a soccer game. First of all, it didn't have no goalies. People said it was too easy, so I bought army goalies, and those are my blockers. I told him, is it easy?
I didn't know I was his first customer. I was just trying to buy a door handle for my car, and I pulled into this random auto shop. It's in Boyle Heights, which is in East LA, kind of this industrial section, so you're not really expecting to come across this kid with this big smile, this bright blue shirt. He's behind this pile of boxes, and he says, "Hey, do you want to play my arcade? Do you want to play?"
Yeah.
And I ended up buying a fun pass.
Nice. And you had a pricing strategy for that, right? Like, what does $1 get you?
4 tokens.
What about 2?
8 tokens.
And then there's some more to this, right?
Yeah.
Like, how much is the fun? Are you doing lifetime now?
We're thinking about it.
So you were 12 years old when you were at the TED conference, right?
I was. It was an incredibly daunting experience, but also one of the best of my life.
Right, right. And what were you doing before that? How did you get invited?
Well, when I was 7 years old, I published my first book, Flying Fingers, and since then I've been speaking at schools around the nation about education, reading, and writing, and so TED heard about this and invited me to speak. It was incredible.
It's a funhouse arcade made of cardboard boxes. 9-year-old.